It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see this team's superstar tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's gonna be a good one. All that and more coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack. And
stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. They'll run it on the inside handoff, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
No issues there. This one is good. And the visitors will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
A big play to kick off this drive. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting...
And he will do it himself. He's in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. A throw right side is intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They get 18 on that one. That's enough for a first down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be knocked away. Incomplete. And with that, time has expired here in the opening quarter. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. 3rd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he is close to the pileup, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing, no touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him,
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down. Like, the issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
3rd and goal. Slot man in motion left. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. A throw on the run is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. This one complete, right side. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. In motion now is White. They'll look to throw again. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at and gauging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack. Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for, but in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. It's time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense. And their running back set to go once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here's 3rd and 7. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. That's number 40 on the season for him.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Receiver in motion, going right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Hutchinson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
We came close, dude.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away.
Yeah.
It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. 3rd down and 9. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. One team out, ready to send this one away. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So now this team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw.
Not with you. I'm on the next route down.
Gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. And in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Where is he? Downstairs?
Quickly to the outside and complete. Just his first catch
held him
in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop behind the line again. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. Finding room across midfield. And they are...
Dude, I heard you too, bro. He's on a win streak.
That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
Point after try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the visitors make the lead 4. It is 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. We'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Slot man in motion left. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. And that will be a 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They send the tight end in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He completes it to Hutchinson. They try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 35, the ball carrier.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing here on 3rd. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From out of the gun, he'll throw. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Slot man in motion left. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Man in motion, heading left. They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now it is 1st and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. His kick is good. And his guys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Second and 7. In motion now is White. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. He'll get this out wide. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is 2nd down and 5. Here's a designed run. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now, this looks like a design run. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. They'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. They'll stick to the ground. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now, this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Another try, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion now is White. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Now a 1st throw here in overtime. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now, faking the give.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game. Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 3. That is catch number 60 for the season. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Back to the air one more time. That is caught. He got it. And that's a game winner here in overtime. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.